Today we're going over every single SoloQ strategy that you will ever need for Clubhouse. These are SoloQ strategies that I personally use in my champion rank games and find major success. So we're going to go through all my favorite strategies on Clubhouse so that you too can be good at game. Let's get into it. Starting out, we have a basement attack with Ace. Ace is one of the best operators in the game already with the AK-12. You know, you can come out spawn, watch for the run out here, watch for the spawn peek here, watch for the strip run out. Make sure you shoot that default cam. Careful kitchen door, and then you want to check main window. There you go. You've safely made it out of spawn. That's step one. Now, you want to open up dirt tunnel. I like doing this side of dirt. A lot of people do this one, but this one is better in my opinion because then you don't have to check this left corner. Some people will hide in this corner and actually get kills from it. This way, it's entirely clear. So open that up. You have 2 ace charges left. You're going to come outside this kitchen door, throw your drone down, start checking it out. Once you see that kitchen's clear, go ahead, shoot open the door or punch open the door. Don't want to take it just yet because they could have rotated in while you're doing that. So then you'll just drone it again a second time, make sure it's clear. And now you kind of have this set up here. If you have a teammate, have them post up on the chain rappel and hold this hallway or just open it up yourself. Having this pressure on this doorway is going to make them less likely to flank. If they see this doorway is closed, they're more likely to actually flank the hallway, knowing nobody is going to kill them from that door. And then that's going to add a lot of pressure to kitchen. It's going to make it harder to actually attack. Once you're in here, once this hatch is reinforced, you can actually open it from the side if it's gated. So if the hatch is gated, do this because that'll open the reinforced hatch still. Either that or you can throw it right on top because the downside of this is they can be shot through the floor. Most people just won't shoot them though, giving you hatch open control. Now, before you actually come into kitchen, you want to throw those down quickly and back out so you're not getting C4'd. And then what you can do is you can use your drone, first or second, depending on how many you have, to check out back armory. And you can do this very easily. Just check it out. Make sure nobody's there. If nobody's there, you can open it up. And you're going to want to open this up. It's very important because if somebody crosses into back armory, you want to be able to kill them. And you also don't want to get C4'd. So if there's a guy with C4 playing here, obviously don't breach charge it right away. Maybe try to bait their C4 out and then, you know, try to clear them out. Now, it's very easy. The bomb is typically right here. All you really need to do is drop and plant. If they have this rotate hole here, you can try to get angles through it, but most of the time it's going to be defender favored. What I recommend, you know, is fight the guy AK, maybe bait a little bit, maybe you're careful of your flank at the same time. You're waiting for your team to get into good positions before you drop this hatch. If there's no rotate here, just drop the hatch. Just drop the hatch and fight this guy AK, and now you have all of sight control. It's very nice. If they do have that rotate, what I like to do is just make some noise, prone drop it. That way you're harder to hit. And this is only an option if this is clear. If AK is clear and there's a guy holding this, you're going to have to try to rotate somewhere else. Maybe try to take blue. Maybe try to work dirt instead so you can fight that AK guy. And all of a sudden, you've got the sight. You can plant the bomb in here in the corner if there is no rotate. Or you can go deep and plant up on this pillar. So this is kind of the strat. You're only really taking kitchen, and then you're only rotating off if there's no opportunity to take the bomb site. Moving on. Next up, we have a gym CCTV attack. Don't know why I said it like that. With Ace once again. Again, a very, very strong operator. Very good SoloQ operator and very nice. With your claymores, what I like to do is put one on this run out because some people will try to run out strip. It's very rare, but if they do, they come around the corner looking like this and they hit the claymore, trying to kill the people on the jacuzzi balcony. And for the other strip run out, I like to put it right into the doorway. That way when they rip it down, they do die to the claymore. The lasers don't go underneath. The only time they can actually see this is if they go prone and look underneath the barricade beforehand. Nobody's doing that though. You might as well do it. Next, hit the rappel. And if you have good recoil control, spray right through this drone hole. You might kill someone in bathroom. You can see all the way into master from here. I like to bait on this for a little bit just to see if there's anyone in the shower stall as well. So you can't kill people through there, which is pretty nice. If there is no bandits or arcades, go ahead and open the wall. What I like to do here is one on top of the other, get a nice big breach hole going, okay? That way you can push through it and you don't have to vault through it, which is very important when you're attacking. If it is gated and stuff, just go somewhere else. Either go CCTV or go to master windows and push from there instead. If you can get this wall open though, it's going to be very, very useful. Next, you just want to be careful as you cross this. You can drone it ahead of time, but you want to check your angles one at a time. Checking your doorways, taking out the default cam. This wall is typically reinforced. Pre-fire the rotate in case anyone's peeking it. Pre-fire this gym rack. And now all of a sudden you're on this side of the wall. That's where you want to be. Why? Because you want to ace open bathroom wall. This is going to be very, very strong. If you can get to this point in the round, you are basically set for success because now you can hold the entire cross through the site. You can even go back to the rappel if you want, you know, and then you can hold it from way back here. I mean, that's a little more tough, and then also you can be peeked from dirt, so be careful of that. But once you have this, stay alive. Stay alive. Your life is all that matters now because you have so much pressure established. So now you can drone it out, see if there's anyone gym, see if there's anyone bathroom, see if there's anyone main stairs. They might be peeking main stairs. This might be a free kill on their head. And if this is all clear, you can literally just walk in and start pushing in the bathroom. Once you have bath control, you can hold the condor, you can kill the guy in the corner, you can peek clear master, push through gold, push through logi. You can push anywhere from here, and if they're not aware of it, you are going to slaughter the entire team. So getting this control is great, but it's also great just to sit and bait for a while if your teammates are, you know, getting other things done. And that's the main push. If not, again, rotate CC, rotate main windows, and you're good to go. The biggest thing about each and every one of these pushes is that there is no opportunities for me to be flanked. I'm constantly positioning myself in areas where I'm taking direct engagements, right? I'm on the plat and they can't flank me. I'm in kitchen and I can't be flanked. So I'm always setting myself up for spots where I don't have to rely on anyone else, which is why these SoloQ strategies have so much success. Now, our next one is for CCTV, and it's going to be with Maverick this time. You can be careful of the stock run out, the stock window peek, and the garage peek as you come up here, and you're just going to hit and head to the plat. Now, most teams, most people are going to bandit or cave this wall. If you know they have bandit, you can bring claymores and pre-claymore the wall, and then mav the claymore out. So you can put the claymore right here, and then you can mav the wall, and it will kill bandit. That is one strategy you can use. I prefer to bring flashbangs most of the time, just because they are a lot better for playmaking. So as mav, a lot of people think that I'm going to mav this wall soft. I might do the top, do the bottom, get my team a sledge or bucket, whatever. But that's not why I'm playing mav. Why I'm playing mav is so I can create pressure on this main breach without having to rely on any of my teammates. So instead of doing that soft wall, what I'm actually going to do is footholds here. So that way we can look into CC. They can't bandit trick. If we have a okay, it's a little different because there's no reinforcement. If they have a bandit, they can't trick it anymore. And my teammate, my thermite, my ace can actually open this side of the wall. So we're going to do that carefully. I like to stand right here because the only time you can really die is if there's a guy prone in CC. They can't see you from the window. They can't see you from the door. They can't see you from red. So I just do that real quick and then run away so you don't die. Then what you're going to want to do on the other side reinforcement is just make this head hole. This head hole is fantastic. Or you can do footholds again. Whatever you really want, whatever holes you want to see, because then from the rappel, you can now hold the CC cross. I mean, honestly, don't do the head holes. I think I actually mixed this up. This whole side will be open. You want to do footholds here, sorry. I'm getting confused. The soft wall is really throwing me off. So if you do the footholds here, again, the same concept right in front of it, because the only time you die if someone's prone in there, which you should be able to check by droning out first. Now what you can do is you can hold the cross if they are crossing. Now ignore this because this is actually going to give them an advantage, so don't do this. This is really dumb actually. But you can hold the cross from here, and if they run across, you are beaming them. And then if this side's open, you're able to actually push up on this side of the plat and use this open wall to fight the guy in rafters. So you can create a lot of pressure from here and get a lot of easy kills from this main breach, especially in the lower ranks where people are just going to peek you like morons. If that is not enough and you want to make more pressure, you can come up, open the CC window, which is a potential playmaking area for you, because with these head holes and rafters that are normally there, or the rotate, you can actually bank a flashbang in here and hop in and fight the cash guys off of it while that rafters guy is blind. And if there's nobody cash, you can actually then push this rotate off that flash, take that guy out, and now all of a sudden you have sight control and you're just battling the people that are trying to retake you. So server window is going to be a great spot to hop in as well. And worst case scenario, you can always go outside the construction wall, mav a little rat spot in. You know, especially in the lower ranks, they're not even going to notice that you do this. You make a little rat hole from the outside, you walk in, and then you can just walk right into sight, which is kind of dumb, but it can actually work pretty effectively. Now, building off that same server window hit, you can take a blitz. Now, you can spawn logi side, you can come across through gym if you want and clear all the way across into construction, which is a fine way to do it. That way you just take out any roamers. Just make sure you check your corners as you're coming across with the shield. Or you can work server window, which don't even punch that window actually when you get here. Just get a drone, throw it up, throw it over to CC, and see what's going on. Now, you want to wait to make sure your team gets this wall open. And if they don't ever get that wall open, RIP, you know, life is tough. Try to do what you can. Once you realize that wall's open and you're post up in this spot, you can do a quick rafters hit from the blitz shield. Remember, there's either going to be that rotate or the head holes there. And by just vaulting through this window, it's probably going to catch them off guard, and you can get into the cover so that you're not getting killed from cash, and then you can fight this rafter guys extremely quick. By the time they call it out and actually react, that rafter guy isn't even looking at you, and you get a free pick. So that's a good way to enter sight with the blitz if you need to, but if you're not going to do that and you want to play it a little more patient, or you just want something to do while you wait for that breach, you can hop in here through gym, check your corners, check the weight rack, come through. You know, you want to check main, just quickly face check main, and then maybe master, logi, check gold, check the corner, check the rat spots. Now you know it's clear. Careful master, again, check main, make sure you're listening, check your corners. Coming through, bap, there's a guy in the shower. Okay, that's a freebie, whatever. Now you have con control. You gotta be careful of your flank, so if you sit kind of like around this corner, you can hear them flanking. Or you can push up to the door, see if it's clear, smoke it off. Whoa, that lagged. I don't know why. Why is my smokes lagging? I'm in a local game. You smoke the red rotate, you smoke the head holes, and then you can come fight this guy in cash, flash him behind the box, take him out, and once again, you've broken out in the site, made the play that could win you the round. We have yet again another CCTV take. This is similar to the Blitz take, but you're going to be doing it with Nomad, because this way you can actively watch your flank without having to worry about it, but you still have that explosive ability to get into sight. Now, you can use breach charges, or you can use flashbangs. I would probably recommend using the flashbangs, but if you're too concerned about going into that gym window with the Nomad and getting worried about getting peeked from server, you can bring the breach charges and come from Jacuzzi. Now, breach charge on the wall first, then you can drone. Why? So that way you can act off of the information as soon as possible. You don't have to wait out the time of the breach charge. So you drone this out, you realize gym is clear, you blow the breach, now they're scared to push up the hallway, right? You check your main stairs, you drone out all of Logi, again, check all of the corners, make sure nobody's in here, make sure no one's in the rat spots. You can see if someone comes up at this point, and now we can get off. We know our main is good, so we can get in here, and we can air jab off our main stairs. Now, don't waste too much time. They could peek you from master. Be careful. Drone out master, check it all out, check the corners yet again. You drive your drone all the way up to con, okay? And then you can start taking. You know your main stairs is good, just careful, he could be looking over the corner. Now we're worried about our con, because they could walk through con at this point. Quick pre-fire, we're chilling, get on our drone. We know all of con is good. If there's a guy crouched behind this box, which is the dumbest spot to sit ever, just go to Logi and wallbang him. It's a free kill. So now you're in con, you have 2 air jabs, maybe you have flashbangs at this point. This wall's probably reinforced. What do you want to do now? Well, again, wait for your other teammates to get in position, because if they were just like in the middle of nowhere doing nothing, you don't have any pressure established, and everyone's gonna be looking at you if you go for a sight hit right now. So wait it out. You probably have this red rotate, and there might be a guy behind green box. Let's say they have this rotate on red, right? So what you can do is you can just air jab it as you're ready to push, and then you air jab green box, and now they can't swing you from the red rotate. And if this guy get air jabbed, he's in the middle of the open, you kill him, then you push in off it. Maybe you fight the Raptors guy. Now you got to worry about your red. You know, they might have shot the air jab at this point. They might have hit it as well. And then you're in here brawling. You're up in your face. You're in the sight. You've taken control. And that's why the air jabs are going to be so good for this. If you have the flashes, even better, because then you can flash red stairs, right? And they're going to be fully blind. You can flash the guy on the box fully blind, then air jab them, so they're less likely to shoot the air jabs. Another great take with Nomad. Here is an alternate take for the gym bedroom site, and it's with Grim. This is actually probably my #1 solo queue strategy in the entire game. It's just so good, and it's so effective and so strong. So what you're going to do is you're firstly going to come around to this con wall. If it's not banded arcaded, you can hard breach charge this wall, and that's going to just create pressure on construction. If it's muted, you can repel and open the top, which is absolutely fine, and then you can play from this rappel if you want for a bit. You can sit on this rappel, just careful as you're peeking this. You can hold that con door just to see if someone does rotate through. This is another thing you can do with Mav, is just make some Mav holes and hold this doorway. Because it's a key rotate point, you might get some free picks from it. So you're gonna open that up. You're gonna add pressure by opening the Logi hatch. If the windows are castled and stuff, you wanna come open those up too with your other hard breach charge. Or if they don't have a banner arcade, you can open the jacuzzi wall as well. So right now you're just creating pressure in different areas around the gym site. But the main push is coming from this Logi hatch. So what you can do is take your drone and check it out. And again, you're not getting flanked because you're sitting on the roof. You're seeing if they're holding this at all. If there is no rotate, this is the freest take of all time with any operator. As long as you have 1 flashbang or 1 grenade, this is the freest take of all time if there's no rotate here. If there is a rotate, it makes it a little more difficult, but you can still do this. Now, they might have a rotate here. They might have reinforced it. If this is reinforced, you are probably in a lower rank than platinum, and that's a horrible setup. You want to rotate here as well. So if there's no rotates, it means they can only attack you, or sorry, like push back at you from one angle. So you can put your bees on bounce them in there, bounce them in here, bounce them in there. Now they can't rotate through anything, and as you drop, you hold that rotate, you push up, and now you're in a safe spot and you have gained Logi control. If there's anyone in these spots, don't drop right away. You want to see the wall hacks and just pre-fire prone drop them. You will win that gunfight 1,000,000 times out of 1,000,000. So you still have the bees. Again, you're still safe. You want to work your way over here and get safely in this corner. From this corner, you can now drone. You can now gather more information. You now figure out where they are and what they're doing. If they have this rotate, it's going to be a great spot to push from. Figure out where in sight they are, and then use the rest of your bees to push the site. Let's say this is a rotate here. Let's just say it was already made. From this rotate, you can then be the condor. Be the condor. Maybe you want to be the rotate as well. Now they can't peek you from anywhere except for the showers. So if you know a guy showers, this is one of the best moves, because then you can sneak up and walk in and kill this guy. You know he's there because they're beat off in the other areas, and you'll get pings if they push from here. So you use your utility to gain the site control, kill the guys in sight, and from there, you just keep fragging out, you keep finding them. Be active. Once you get the first kill, don't stop. Don't sit still. You don't want them to have accurate information, because this guy's going to freak out. He's going to be like, he's in shower, he's in bathroom, he's in sight. He's calling something. They start freaking out. All of a sudden, you're in another spot taking another gunfight, or you're killing the guy bathroom, then you're fighting the guy main, then you're watching con, you're killing that guy. Just think about all the different spots they could come from and fight them that way. So, yeah, pretty sick. I guess I'll try to be this and hope I don't die. That guy is a little dense. And cash. Made the play. Now we just need my team to lock in. One in cash. I need you guys to fuck this. I need my team to do some work. One's on this mirror. Can you kill him from the window? He's on this mirror. He's stuck on this mirror. He's stuck on this reinforcement. If you go to the window, you can kill him. He's dead. He's dead. Oh shit! Get that out. Let's go. Woo! Next up, we are doing a basement attack. But before we do that, I have one more CCTV attack for you with the Grim, because I love Grim. You can also do this with Capitao. Capitao, this is the one map that I actually do like him. So you can play Grim or Capitao on it, but it is a garage take. So firstly, what you're going to want to do, try to save your other drone if you can, because it's going to be great if you can just leave it outside this front door, since you can rotate so fast from the garage wall to front door. Quickly drone this out. If you can, if this is not opened by a teammate, go open it. It's going to add pressure to the garage guy and see what's going on bottom of garage. You're going to want to repel this wall, open up here with one hard breach tool, and then go down and open up here with your second. Now, you have to be very careful. You don't want to be killed by the master windows. People will peek these and kill you, so make sure you're in a safe spot where you're joining. And you're also actually exposed to the bar window as well. Now, half the time I just risk it and get my drone, but sitting somewhere like here is a lot better. But be careful. They can't walk down the rafter stairs and kill you from here, which is also why you want that garage door open. You can shoot that default, because if the garage door open, they're much less likely to walk down these stairs and actually look at you. So, now you have this drone garage, you have this drone main door. This is really the only area you have to worry about, is this swamp area, because as you're pushing in garage and trying to beat this guy out and take rafters, which is a power position, by the way, which means it's really, really good control, you gotta be careful of the guy flanking you swamp. If you get rafters control, you are more than likely going to win the round. So if you can just win this little fight in rafters, you're probably going to win. From here, you can find the Wamai shoot all the discs that are above the doorway or on the pipes, and then you can work your way into bottom rafters. And if you need to, again, go back to that front door, open it up, add pressure to the swamp guy so he's worried about you killing him from there. Then once you're in here, figure out where the guy is in rafters if you can with the drone. If not, be it all out. Careful of the guy vaulting over. And now you have wall hacks on him. You walk up, you aim at him. As he peeks you, you pre-fire because you have wall hacks again. Careful of the swamp guy. This is another thing you want to drone from the ladders. The guy in, not swamp, sorry, pit. And you fight this guy in rafters. Now, they probably have HUD holes. They're probably peeking from red. You want to make sure the breach is open first if you can. If it's not open, whoop-de-doo, try to do this anyway. Careful of frost mat on the stairs. You kill this guy. And now, you're working your way up rafters. You're ADSing. You're ADSing because you don't want to get killed by someone swinging you. You can spray through this wall. I have like 1 million highlight montages of like 4Ks from rafters control. You spray through here, you can peek the window, big advantage on the guy red, and then you can use your bailiff to open this up the rest of the way and push in eventually if you need to. Now, ideally the diffuser is coming garage. You have a guy on the breach holding the cross. I mean, this is more if you are in a competitive setting, if you have teammates, or you just have one competent person on your team that can hold this cross while you plant, then you're good to go. The only thing you gotta be careful after you get the bomb down, or at this point, is that Raptor's flank. So if you're up here and you're fighting the guys in sight, you're like, man, I don't know where these last guys are. Careful with the flank, dude. He might come through here and he might clap you. So you gotta be aware of that to take him out. And yeah, that one's pretty straightforward. If the breach is open, this is an unlosable post plant. Let me show you. If you have the diffuser planted, this is how you never lose this post plant. Firstly, watch your garage run out if it's not claymored, or watch this hop out if it's not. If they're claymored, you're fine. You can hold this repel. You can actually see all the way into server from here. This is a nasty head glitch. Just keep moving side to side so they can't like pre-fire you. And then if they run across, you know, you pre-fire them and you kill them. Or you just sit down. If it's a 1v1, you just sit here and hold your hop outs. It's the only way you can lose. If he runs out the breach, he'll get detected. So you hold this, you stay here, you wait for the defuse, you repel up, and you pre-fire. He's literally right here in this corner. They cannot long arm it. They cannot do anything to cheese it, and you have won the round. So that is an unlosable post plant. Please never lose this ever in your life, okay? If you lose that, you seriously got to reevaluate and learn how not to lose that. It's one of the easiest post plants in the game. Okay, I promised you another basement attack. Here it is with Grim yet again, my favorite operator in the game for solo queuing. So if you spawn garage side for basement with the hard breach tools, this is how you're going to do it. Careful with the spawn peaks. Yet again, work your way up. Punch the window. Scare them. Check for legs in stock. Use your drone. Check out stock. What's going on? Where are they at? Is this clear? Probably. It's probably clear. Get your drone lounge. You're looking fine. Open this up. Don't take it yet. Check your drone again. Make sure no one's flanking. Now you work your way in. You switch guns. You push up. You check your lounge drone again. You drone this. Nobody's there. Nobody's here. Okay, I'm good. I can open the hatch now. You open the hatch. Boom! And now you have established blue pressure, okay? Now they have to worry about blue. You take the same drone. You drone out secret stairs. It looks good. You open the window. You hop back on the drone. Again, we're filling in all the gaps. There is never a gap of information that we do not have. You use this drone. You check out blue. Okay, it's looking fine. You can leave this on the flank. If this drone, if you leave it here, they will probably shoot it before they flank, giving you a heads up that they are flanking. If you have two drones, even better, because now you can check out blue at the same time. So when you're driving this down, you're looking for goo mines, you're looking for Malusis, you're looking for traps. If they have none of that, they have no rotates, if they have no traps, then blue is pretty free. If they do have the rotates, it's still pretty free. You take this, you're really just holding control for a while. You're waiting for your team to establish presence elsewhere, open up kitchen hatch, blah, 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 blah. If your team is consistently dying super quick every round, don't wait. Just hit the site, make a play. That takes pressure off your team. You shoot a couple Bs, you know nobody's behind Gen. Maybe you do this from the hatch as well. You know, you can shoot them into dirt, you can shoot them in here. Whatever, wherever you need the Bs, you shoot the Bs. There's probably a rotate here, you shoot there, and then you push in, you fight, you take the fights, you make your way into sight, you have a great gun, you slam everyone, and now you have control of the bomb site. You're not getting flanked because you have the flank drone, and it's a very, very simple push, but very, very effective. Again, just play it off your teammates and you should be fine. Next up, we have one final CCTV attack because I know I didn't give you enough yet. This is with the best operators in the game, Buck or Deimos. If you like Deimos, Deimos is also super effective for this. Check your spawn peaks and check out stock, because this is where we're entering from because we can't get flanked. It's very nice to take areas that is impossible to flank because then you're never getting shot in the back and you don't have to rely on anyone to watch your back. So you take stock, you get in there, and you post up. Now, you gotta be careful. If they have footholds or head holes or some shit, just don't take it. Just don't do this push. Go somewhere else. Help your team in other places. You can make punch holes in this. You can actually also go prone and hold it from here, which is also super gross and nasty. So you can do that. So if anyone does walk through lounge, you're just killing them. So you're taking a little bit of time doing that. And then if you have a second drone, which hopefully you do, if not, well, you know, you tried your best, it's fine. And you're gonna just have to risk it at that point. You can set up one bottom red and you can set up one bar. A great flank drone is up on this deer. If you want to set this up in prep phase, you're like, this is next level strategy. You just kind of hop your drone up on these cases, and then you can hop it either on the deer or on these speakers. I actually like the speaker one. So now you have a great flank drone for bar, and then you have your lounge flank. So you're set up, you're ready to go. What's next? Hop off that drone and start blowing holes in the floor. Firstly, you have the radio cache door, the green box door, okay? You can actually go into lounge and start here if you want, just to kill anyone who's in this little tuck corner, right? So a lot of people like to sit here. Clear it out. Boom. Fantastic. You don't want to open a hole right above the door because then they can hold you as you're walking in and out. But you can open up behind green box from below. You can open up con door. You know, if you think that they're going to come back through con, if there's a guy playing con, you can hold them from here. You can even flashbang up this hole for your team if they need. So you can kind of clear out all of cache from this area, but you got to be careful because you don't want to get flanked. So between each buck, check your flank drones. Just see if anyone's flanking, because if they are flanking and you see that, they are a free kill. You just get ready, you know they're flanking, you know they're pressuring you. Maybe you buck the floor a bit by faking it, and then you kill them as they flank. It's literally a free kill if they flank you, if you have the flank drone set up, so try to set them up if you can. So you've bucked all that out. Are we going to go into lounge? Are we going to start blowing open the floor of CCTV? Fuck no, dude. This is useless unless you need to kill bandit. If you have to kill a bandit, this is your first step. Take the bandits off and then run away before they flank you from garage, and then you work this afterwards and watch flank drones. You don't need to buck all of CC though. Why? Because you can see all this shit from the breach. You don't need to buck this because you can see it from the breach, and you're exposed to secret. You're exposed to the bar flank. You're exposed to red stairs if they walk down. And red stairs is something you do want to concern yourself with. So, you bucked it all out. You've done all your work. What's next? You're walking up red stairs. You're going to kill this guy. If there is nothing on this staircase, if there is no barb and no Malusi, this is the freest push you have ever done in your life. It doesn't matter if there's a beeper. It doesn't matter if there's a Fenrir. It doesn't fucking matter. You throw one flashbang up. You throw a second one up here. You walk up. Yeah, you flashbang yourself. It doesn't matter because you have a skeleton key and they are all dead. Okay, they are all dead. You kill anyone top red. Now you have this rotate in the wall, right? You've killed this guy up here. You can rotate through it, or you can buck this side of the wall and kill the guy green box, or you can push through server and fight the Raptors guy. You know, you could come all the way through here, bah, bah, and then you pretty much won the round. Very simple take. Again, these are simple takes because that's what it takes to win in solo queue. Simple takes that you're not getting flanked on, and then you just win the round, hopefully. Let's move on to the defense because we got some banger defense strategies for you as well. All right, hello to the basement of Clubhouse where we're setting up the best site setup in the game with smoke. Having the site setup just automatically makes you better already. So you're gonna make these two rotates, make this rotate. Just a sign of setting you up for success. That's the word, setting you up for success. That's the one. So you're gonna make these holes, reinforce the other two church walls. But the biggest thing about this hold is the barbed wire, which you're going to be putting right here on the main stairs. If you have the time and you can get the hatches, fantastic. That's the barbed wire you want because that's where you're gonna be playing. For your other barbed wire, you can put it on oil side. That way, if they do try to sneak down here, they're going to hit that. It's just going to help your team if they're playing blue or if you're playing blue. The last holes you're going to make is right here because this gives you a nice little angle just onto blue stairs. So you can hold this. So if they're not coming main, you can hold secret stairs and then you'll have the audio for oil pit. But you're going to want to start out on main stairs. Starting here, you're going to sit, blah, blah, blah. Maybe shoot a drone or two, and then you're going to fall off. Now, with this barbed wire, you can see it here with the pump. And once they start hitting that barb, you just uncrouch and shoot them. They can't see your head here. They can't see you. And that's a free kill if they just push in with no info. Now, you don't even have to put the barbed wire here. You could do it just off the sound of the audio and just hold this really tight angle and then pump them there. You can put this on secret if you want. You do have to be careful. They can open up here. If they open up above you, run away. That's when you're going to give this up. And then you can even play close range bottom main. So basically, this is just a fall off shot. You're starting here. If they don't drone you out and they start running around, you might get a free pick and then you can run away. And if they do drone you out, you just sit here with the shotgun until they open this vert. If they never open this vert, they can never take main, which is a very strong position on this map. Now, you can check the default cams off spawn and see where they're actually pushing from and where they're actually coming from, because that way, you know, you can hold blue from here. You can, again, go to this spot, or you can just rotate in general to where they're pushing. Maybe it's dirt, and if they're taking dirt, you can get into dirt with the shotgun and play the close range here, which is also super effective. So there's a lot of really good spots to play this shotgun. And if your teammates have impacts and they want impact trick, you can get them to impact trick on this cart to keep the hatch shut. And you're just kind of flowing through the bomb site, adjusting to the pushes and using your smokes to, one, cut stuff off so you can cross, or two, smoke something off so that you can push up safely and get that close range fight. And now you're in that shotgun range and you can fight them. So fantastic operator overall, and this is a really solid hole. Next, we are bringing out Azami for the CCTV bomb site, but I also have a basement bomb site setup and a gym setup with Azami because she is so extremely good on this map. First things first, make the rotate, make the head holds, do the default site setup. This can be changed depending on what you like, but in general, this is what you're going to want to do. You definitely want to reinforce this rafters wall. It's one of the most important reinforcements on the site. And then since you have the time, since your setup is short, you want to reinforce all 4 of these bottom garage walls. If you are reinforcing the logi walls, please stop. That is terrible. Don't do it. Move those to the bottom garage walls. This is going to stop people from pushing in. So reinforce all those. I like to bring the shotgun on this because we are going to be playing in rafters. You know, you can fight the breach, you can fight garage door, and there's just some longer angles that you can fight from here. I'm going to show you exactly why rafters is such such a good power position, and it's because you can hold pretty much everything from here. You can hold Condor, you can hold Red Rotate, Barrage obviously, and you can hold the main breach and the server window hop in. So they literally cannot get into sight outside of Red Stairs, which actually, oh yeah, you can hold that too. So you can hold every single area of this bomb site from rafters, which is why it's so strong, and it's why we'll have some other CCTV rafters holds in this videos too, and why a lot of our garage takes involve just taking rafters. So with Azami, what you can do is set up these beautiful Azami barriers, which are just going to give you even more cover. This is not that didn't happen. And what this allows you to do is play in these gaps safely without being shot from the doorway. That way you can hold new angles onto the breach. You have a lot more cover as you're peeking in here, and it's just a lot more safer overall. The thing about this doorway too is if they're peeking from the left side, I believe, their shadow will show up, and you can actually pre-fire them as they shoot you. So what I normally do is hold my crosshair on the right side of the doorway, because that's the only side they can peek without you seeing them, and then if you see the shadow, you can just aim to the left and then take them out that way. So this way you're floating around. It's nice in combination with a Wamai, and that's pretty much it. You use your other keys on the fly. You can always block this off too, just to add some more cover if you need it, even if you want to make these pixels on con, and you can hold every single thing from here. The only thing you gotta be careful of is them walking up these swamp stairs without you realizing. That's literally the entire shot. You sit in here and you kill everyone. Moving on to the gym bomb site, I do prefer to bring the 9x9 TVS out on this just because it is a lot more closer range. You don't have those long angles, which is what I do like the shotgun for. You can make the rotates, but I would wait to make the rotates until your team is done setting up. That way, if you need to use the impacts for it, you can. But obviously, if you can keep the impacts in your pocket, that's going to be better. These two rotates are probably the most important, and then the Logi ones as well. So there's 4 rotates overall. You can make some holes in gym with the dig if you need to, if your teammates aren't making them. So again, this is where the shotgun might come in handy if nobody else on your team is going to use the shotgun, because there are so many rotates that you want. But the main thing about this hold with Azami is that you can just make more cover. This is a site where there's not a lot of cover. The windows add a lot of pressure, right? You can see the guy behind the bomb. You can fight the guy over here. You can't really sit anywhere because of these windows. But the second you bring the Azami, now you can start throwing cover from different areas, so now you can safely and effectively move around the bomb site. I like doing even 2 right here just to completely block off the angle onto bathroom, so you can flow freely between the 2, and then you have a lot more room for movement and playmaking. You can throw one on this little gym rack to block the window as well, or even on this little like electrical box to block it. So these keepers are great for just adding more freedom throughout this site. And then if you have this rotate into Logi, you can play in here. You can even put one on this to watch the Logi hatch, which is a nice little cover as well. You know, a little more cover for if they drop, then you can swing off of it. So you can hold Logi a little better. You can flow through and then fight con, put one here for a little head glitch here. So the Azami is really about fluidity and being able to move freely throughout this site with these Kibas, mainly just blocking the windows. And if they break these, you can save them in your pocket and then throw them down later for if you actually do need to cross. That way, if I know there's a guy in the window, I can throw this down, it goes up, and then I can safely run across without getting killed. And now I've taken up more control again. So she's a nice little retake operator. She is quite strong, especially on a map like Clubhouse. Now we're back on the basement. You're going to do the exact same setup you did with Smoke. I do prefer to bring the shotgun here if you're solo queue. So again, you can make these rotates and make these important lines of sight that you will need for this hold. This is one that you definitely need the shotgun. The Raptors one, you could use the other gun if you prefer it. But the reason this hold is so good is because you can throw these Azamis down on the coffee maker, and then you have some nice angles onto blue. But not only that, you can open up the holes in this wall and have angles onto the main stairs as well. I'm opening the wrong spot, but we will get there. There it is. Found the main stairs. So you can hold main. I like to just throw an Azami on dirt if they do open it up. If they don't open it up, it's a waste on Azami, but it's a nice way to just stay protected. Then if they break it, you know they're there. So you have this angle on blue, but then once you throw an Azami at the top of this doorway, it actually makes a one-way where you can only see their legs and they can't see you. So now you have a one-way on blue as well, and you can hold, of course, both the rotates from here too. So if they do take blue and they are in gen, you can still hold the rotate. So here's that one-way we're talking about. I actually put it way too high, so you want to throw it a little, lower. Sorry, it's been a while, so you want to put it a little lower so it actually does effectively make that one way. But the other thing too is because you have the impacts yourself here, you can impact trick the hatch. So by opening up these holes, you see this desk here, you can impact trick any ace charges, Habanas, or thermites. Now, if it's Habana, it's going to be harder because she can do 2 pellets at a time. You're not going to get them all, but that will break whatever hard breach on the hatch. My cat hit my mouse button. Whatever hard breach is on the hatch at the time. Now, I'd recommend as Azami for all of these holds, not to put your Kibas down right away. You first want to know where they're actually pushing, like start in dirt, go see if they're actually coming there or not, reinforced dirt, of course. And then if they're not, you can save them and you don't have to waste your zombies here. Zombies on the fly are super, super effective too. So you want to make sure you're not wasting them if you don't need to. That way you can use them later on. So here's that one-way angle. You'll see their feet. You'll see their ankles. They have to crouch in, which makes them slower, aka an easier target to hit. And now you are literally just blowing them away as they push through here. This wall should also be reinforced. But if it's not, you could do some crazy angles onto oil pit from above. You can hold the ladder drop, but no, you definitely want to reinforce this wall overall. You could go dirt, but I mean, I'm locked. I'm safe. He's not beating the triple crossfire clap combo, is he? Didn't think so. Could come bottom main. Oh, let's go. Read like a book. Open it up. Take a look. Learn your knowledge. Get it in ya. Next up, we're on CCTV, and we are playing Mute. Mute is just one of the best operators in the game overall, and there's no different on a site like CCTV. What we're doing here, instead of holding rafters, we're actually going to do a master extension. Now, where are Mute jammers going? First one on the breach. No, that's stupid. Why? They can repel the breach and open the top. If the wall's ever just muted, just repel. You can thermite the top. You can ace the top. This is a horrible Mute jammer. Don't do it. What we're actually going to do is mute the drone hole as well as red stairs a little bit at the same time. So that way, if they try to drone up the side of red or this drone hole, it's going to get jammed. That's just going to stop them from getting info on site super early, and it's going to slow down their push overall on that side. You can do a mute jammer top rafters, which is very effective, but we're actually going to take the rest of our jammers over to master side. So we're going to do this one on the master door just to stop any drones from coming through here. And then we're going to do one on main stairs because then they can't drone up main stairs. Seems self-explanatory. The last one actually we are going to do on this condor, but again, the rafters one's also nice. Top red is also nice so they can't drone up red. Just stops them from gaining information on the other side as well as this side because there is only one drone route technically, which is through this door, but this allows us to start main stairs, fall off. We can play Logi without getting drone from main stairs, right? So this main stairs mute jammer is going to just really slow them down. Now, opening up this gym hatch might be useful later in the round, so we're going to open that up. You can also put a mute jammer here and then make a rotate into master so you have some fluidity through here. You don't have to. A lot of people will just walk through here without droning anyway, but if they do, then you can just sit in this corner, they can't drone you, and when they go to face check this mute jammer to shoot it, that's when you swing out and shotgun them, right? They look down at the jammer, you peek, they're dead. Or you sit like this, they shoot the jammer, you swing close, and they're dead. So this is a nice way to just rack up free kills from people just walking through here thinking they can just take this space for free, which many people will do because most of the time it is free. If they're not pushing you from this side, you can peek the garage guy like we learned on the attacks. You can peek him from here. You can peek him from this window as well. Sometimes they're just sitting out there on their drones and just a free kill. And if you don't see anything, you can head back to site and use that C4 to stop a plant. Another really cool play you can do is if this server window is open or if it's closed, you can come and spray through it. So if they're actually in the bomb site and you still have master control, you just run across. As you get detected, they're already getting shot. Don't waste too long out there. Get back, and then you can come back to site. You got to be careful, though, because they might be holding this door. And then once you're back, you can stop the plant with a nice little... Oh, that's a horrible little C4. You know, throw it deep, land it here, it'll kill. And that's the mute hold for garage, or CC, whatever the site is. Our last CCTV defense strategy for SoloQ is with Frost, and you're gonna wanna do the same site setup with the shotgun. A lot of these SoloQ operators are just so good because they can do the site setup with the shotgun. First mat, is gonna be on red stairs. That's gonna stop them from walking up. As they're walking up red stairs, they're not looking at the ground. They're looking for potential threats, and they're gonna walk backwards into this map. It works so often, so frequently, and it's so good. The second one you can either do on construction window or the CC window hop in. I do it kind of half and half. That way it's more difficult to see from the breach, because if you put it right over here, they can actually see it from the breach. So this one is protected by the server rack. It actually should go over left a little more than I'm looking at it. So almost line it up with this window ledge. That way when they hop in, they will still hit it, but also it's going to be harder to shoot from the breach. You make these rafter holes. Rafters is your domain as per usual. This is just the best spot to play. If you have another teammate playing in rafters, you don't have to play it. You only really need one guy playing it, so don't worry too much about it. Put your BP here along with the mat on the ground, because this BP is going to stop drones from droning up the stairs. You can sit on this camera, EMP the drones. That way when they finally do push in, they haven't droned out this mat yet, and that way they're more likely to hit it. Same concept as red stairs here. They're coming up the stairs. They're looking for all these fights. They're worried about swamp. They're worried about oil. All those reasons they have to worry about sight is all the reasons to not hit the frost mat, or to hit the frost mat, sorry, which means their legs are broken and you've probably got a free kill. Now, don't be sprinting through CC, especially if they're on this main breach, right? So what you can do is you can make this hole, you can hold the raptor stairs, and you can just kill him from here. Now, you can also just fight him as he's walking up, just to add even more pressure so he's less likely to check for the mat, which is also a great option. Now, you do have to worry about con side. I would open this hatch just so you can drop down if you need to. Even barricading this door when you solo queue, if you have no one playing over here, barricading this door is good, just so you have the information that they're actually coming from here. Again, don't reinforce these walls ever. You can make footholes if you want, and then you can reinforce this. You definitely want to reinforce this outer wall, but don't reinforce the logi walls. It's just waste of reinforcements, and it says, hey, drop logi for free. This one just adds more pressure, makes them more worried to drop, and might waste a little bit more time. The other frost strategy is for gym, but because it is so similar to this Fenrir setup, I'm going to use Fenrir, show you the Fenrir spots, and also mention where the frost spots are, because they kind of achieve the same thing. So you can make the rotates with frost or Fenrir, it doesn't matter who you are. Grab a Fenrir for main stairs. This is just going to be information for if they try to just run up main, but you're not going to be playing over here, so it's not super important. I like to put a BP here to watch main breach. Also, kind of whatever, you can put it wherever you want. Make the rotates for your team, blah, 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 but you're going to be coming over con side. This is where you're going to be thriving, okay? So you're going to make these head holes so that you can play in cache and watch all the way into gym from cache room. Now, I love this Fenrir in the middle of the windows because it covers both of the windows. The radius of the Fenrir, I don't know why it didn't pop up right there. The radius of the actual mine covers both the windows. So if they hop in either of them, they're going to get blind, and many people do. Frost mats, boom, boom, boom. These are your 3 windows where I would put the frost mats on. That's 3 big booms. Normally I get 5 big booms, but that's okay. I like to open up the con hatch, reinforce this wall, make the logi rotate. Very important because you can watch the logi drop from construction with this rotate, which is why it's so good. So if they're on that logi hatch, this is something you want to be aware of, is they can drop. Now, putting a Fenrir in mine is also not a bad idea. You can only activate 2 at a time, so if you hear they're on that logi hatch and they might be dropping, putting a Fenrir mine there is great because once they drop, they're completely blind. The main setup though is going to be on red stairs. If you want, this is kind of the thing. There's multiple Fenrir mine spots, but you don't have to put them all there. So if you have an extra Fenrir mine, you can use it for this main breach. I would recommend reinforcing these, and you can put it on there if they open it up. I also really like this one on red stairs, probably even more ideal. That way, if they are pushing this side, if they're coming from garage, they're opening the main breach, or they're pushing up red, you can take a Fenrir mine off of here, put it here. Now, if they push up the hallway, they are completely blind in this hallway, and you have the information that they're there. So off of that, you can play off of the fact that they're blind, fight the other people, and kind of come and circle around them, which is nice. So you're kind of floating between cache and red stairs, and it'd be the same thing with frost. If you have the shield on frost, you can put it here, hold this main push, this cross, or even put it here and be able to hold both, and then put a frost mat on your stairs if you'd like, or you can just leave this rotate out of the picture, reinforce these walls, and then still hold the gym and master hopping. So you can hold a ton of control by having control of con, cache, red. This side of the map allows you to hold all the different routes outside of the breach and the main stairs, which hopefully the other 4 people on your team can do. But because we are Fenrir, we're able to rotate our utility around and react to what the other team is doing, which is why he's so effective on the site, because there is so many different ways they can come from.
You on bar cam or no?
If not mine.
Yeah. I think he ran outside though.
One's on the roof. It's there, mate.
Throwing an F now.
All right.
Oh, outside a main wall. I didn't know it was open.
Is that the Osa?
Well, you guys just one's drowning, the other one's outside.
Deploying heartbeat sensor.
One's on the roof. Drop the highway. That's highway. Other one's flat. It's not call.
He's in cache and cache.
No, he's in. He's on one thing.
Heard.
Boom! And for our last solo queue hold, we are bringing out the spice, we are bringing out the flair, we are bringing out the Caveira. with the shoddy, okay? And here's why. Cav is nasty on this site, especially if you hold it like this. Firstly, the shotgun can make the rotates instantly. All the site setup, boom, done. You're gonna head upstairs, you're gonna reinforce whatever hatches need to be reinforced because you wanna get all 3, and then you're gonna go all the way up. Get rid of drones while you can, blah, 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 and you're gonna make some vert holes for kitchen. So many people like to attack kitchen because it is one of the easier attacks. So you make holes above, now all of a sudden, you can stop them from opening the hatch because you can shoot the hard breach off the hatch when they go for it. Or you can hold the walk-in from bar from above. Or you can hold the walk-in from freezer from above. A lot of people don't drone the roof and they miss these holes. Now, they come to your Logi hatch, easy, run away. If they don't come to your Logi hatch, now you kill everyone and win. So it's a very easy counter, but if they don't recognize and actually do the counter, then you are in a very good position. The only thing I'd recommend is barricading this con door because that way you'll know if they're sneaking up on you through this path. Definitely want to open the con hatch too. I like to just pop a hole in this wall and open the gym hatch. That way there's more pressure on them if they are trying to take through bar. They have to worry about their hatch flanks now. You never actually really want to drop these hatches most of the time unless you absolutely need to, or it's a good idea to, because it is just risky. They could have someone sitting there watching it. It's more for the fact that they have to commit resources and actually pay attention to it. And if they don't, there's always the potential that you could drop through there and get that interrogation. So you're playing up here, you're wasting time. They try to sneak up main. Well, you have a shotgun and a really close range weapon. They're probably losing that fight. You're probably interrogating, and it's probably gonna go very, very well for you. The only thing you don't really wanna do is peek these long angles. Like, you don't wanna spawn kill with this pistol. You don't wanna open this window because they actually just get a nasty angle on you. So if they're on this window, don't rotate down there. If they let's say they open the hatch and they open the window, go back through con, open up the door again. Door's open. Careful, there could be a guy over here. You can escape through bar if you need to. Maybe you find a guy here, you headshot him, you interrogate him, now you know where they all are. It's a very, very effective and fluid style that is very, very good. So try it out yourself. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully these SoloQ setups and attacks help you in your SoloQ games. And we'll see you next one. Peace.